Welcome. Today we're diving into the world of resource allocation strategies. Whether you're managing a business, a project, or even your personal life, how you allocate resources can make or break your success. Resources can be anything from time and money to people and equipment. In this video, we'll explore proven strategies to help you make the most of what you have. We'll start by understanding what resource allocation means, why it's so important, and how it impacts outcome. Let's get started by laying the foundation for effective resource management. Before we jump into strategies, let's clarify what we mean by resources. Resources are assets that help you achieve your goals. They can be tangible, like money, equipment, or people, or intangible, like time, knowledge, or skills. Recognizing all the resources at your disposal is the first step to allocating them wisely. By understanding what you have, you can avoid waste and maximize efficiency. Now, let's look at how to identify and categorize your resources for better planning. Resource allocation isn't just about dividing up what you have, it's about making strategic decisions that drive results. Poor allocation can lead to wasted time, missed opportunities, and burnout. On the other hand, smart allocation ensures that every resource is used where it has the most impact. This is especially important in fast-paced environments where demands change quickly. Next, we'll explore the key principles that guide effective allocation. One of the core principles of resource allocation is prioritization. Not all tasks or projects are equally important. By ranking your goals and focusing resources on high-priority items, you can achieve better results with less effort. This means saying no to low-impact activities and concentrating on what truly matters. Prioritization helps prevent spreading resources too thin and ensures that your most critical objectives are met. Flexibility is another key principle. Circumstances can change quickly, and rigid plans often fail when unexpected challenges arise. By building flexibility into your resource allocation, you can adapt to new information and shifting priorities. This might mean keeping some resources in reserve or being ready to reassign people and funds as needed. Flexibility helps you stay resilient and responsive in a dynamic environment. Efficiency is about getting the most value from every resource. This means minimizing waste and streamlining processes so that your resources go further. Efficient allocation often involves analyzing workflows, automating repetitive tasks, and eliminating bottlenecks. By focusing on efficiency, you can achieve more with less and free up resources for other priorities. Transparency in resource allocation means making your decisions clear and understandable to everyone involved. When people know how and why resources are being distributed, it builds trust and reduces confusion. Transparency also makes it easier to spot problems early and adjust as needed. Open communication is essential for successful resource management. The first step in any allocation strategy is to assess your needs. What are your goals? What resources are required to achieve them? By mapping out your objectives and the resources needed, you can create a clear plan. This assessment helps you avoid overcommitting and ensures that you're prepared for the challenges ahead. Once you know your needs, take stock of what you have. Create an inventory of all available resources, both tangible and intangible. This includes people, equipment, budget, time, and even skills or knowledge. A thorough inventory ensures that nothing is overlooked and helps you allocate resources more effectively. With your inventory in hand, the next step is to match resources to specific tasks or projects. Consider the requirements of each task and assign resources accordingly. This ensures that every activity has what it needs to succeed and that resources aren't wasted on low-priority items. Matching is an ongoing process that may need adjustment as projects evolve. Popular resource allocation strategy is the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This rule suggests that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. By identifying and focusing on the most impactful tasks, you can achieve greater results with fewer resources. Use this principle to guide your allocation decisions and maximize your return on investment. Zero-based allocation is a strategy where you start from scratch each time you allocate resources. Instead of basing decisions on past allocations, you justify every resource from the ground up. This approach helps eliminate waste and ensures that resources are only assigned where they're truly needed. It's especially useful in organizations looking to cut costs or improve efficiency. Incremental allocation is a more traditional approach, where you make small adjustments to existing resource distributions. This method is less disruptive and works well when your needs are stable. However, it can sometimes perpetuate inefficiencies if not reviewed regularly. Use incremental allocation when you want to maintain continuity but still make improvements. Priority-based allocation means distributing resources according to the importance of tasks or projects. High-priority items receive more resources, while lower-priority ones may get less or be postponed. This strategy helps ensure that your most critical objectives are always supported, even when resources are limited. Contingency planning involves setting aside resources for unexpected events or emergencies. By having a buffer, you can respond quickly to challenges without derailing your main projects. This strategy is especially important in environments where uncertainty is high. Always plan for the unexpected to keep your operations running smoothly. Dynamic allocation means adjusting resources in real time as needs change. This approach relies on constant monitoring and quick decision-making. It's ideal for fast-paced projects or industries where priorities shift frequently. Dynamic allocation helps you stay agile and responsive, making the most of every opportunity. Resource allocation can be centralized, with decisions made by a single authority, or decentralized, with teams or departments managing their own resources. Each approach has pros and cons. Centralized allocation can ensure consistency, while decentralized allocation allows for more flexibility and faster responses. Choose the model that fits your organization's structure and culture. Technology plays a huge role in modern resource allocation. Tools like project management software, data analytics, and automation can help you track resources, forecast needs, and optimize allocation. Leveraging technology makes the process more accurate and efficient, freeing up time for strategic decision-making. Allocating people effectively is often the most challenging part of resource management. Consider each person's skills, experience, and workload when assigning tasks. Make sure to balance workloads and provide opportunities for growth. Good human resource allocation boosts morale and productivity. Money is a critical resource that must be allocated carefully. Budgeting helps ensure that funds are available where they're needed most. Track spending, set limits, and review budgets regularly to avoid overspending. Smart financial allocation supports long-term sustainability and growth. Time is one of your most valuable resources. Allocate time by setting clear priorities, creating schedules, and minimizing distractions. Use tools like calendars and timers to stay on track. Effective time management ensures that important tasks are completed on schedule and reduces stress. Material resources include equipment, supplies, and physical assets. Track inventory levels, maintain equipment, and reorder supplies as needed. Efficient material allocation prevents shortages and keeps operations running smoothly. Regular audits help identify areas for improvement. Knowledge and expertise are powerful resources. Encourage knowledge sharing within your team and invest in training and development. By leveraging collective expertise, you can solve problems faster and innovate more effectively. Make knowledge management a key part of your allocation strategy. Resource allocation isn't a one-time event. Monitor progress regularly and gather feedback from your team. Use this information to make adjustments and improve future allocations. Continuous monitoring helps you catch issues early and keep projects on track. Every organization faces constraints, whether it's limited budget, time, or personnel. The key is to recognize these limits and allocate resources where they'll have the greatest impact. Be creative and look for ways to do more with less. Constraints can drive innovation if managed well. Scenario planning involves preparing for different possible futures. By considering various scenarios, you can allocate resources more effectively and be ready for whatever comes your way. This approach helps you stay proactive and reduces the risk of being caught off guard. Involving stakeholders in resource allocation decisions can lead to better outcomes. Stakeholders bring valuable perspectives and can help identify needs or challenges you might miss. Engage them early and often to build support and ensure your allocation strategy meets everyone's needs. Risk management is closely tied to resource allocation. Identify potential risks and allocate resources to mitigate them. This might mean investing in backup systems, training, or insurance. Proactive risk management protects your organization and ensures smoother operations. Resource allocation should be an ongoing process of improvement. Regularly review your strategies, learn from past experiences, and look for ways to get better. Continuous improvement helps you stay competitive and make the most of your resources over time. Clear communication is essential for successful resource allocation. Make sure everyone understands the plan, their roles, and the reasons behind allocation decisions. Open communication reduces misunderstandings and keeps everyone aligned toward common goals. Delegation is a powerful way to allocate human resources. Assign tasks based on strengths and expertise and trust your team to deliver. Effective delegation frees up leaders for strategic work and empowers team members to grow and contribute. Overallocation happens when resources are stretched too thin. This leads to burnout, mistakes, and missed deadlines. Monitor workloads and adjust assignments to prevent overallocation. Healthy resource management keeps your team productive and motivated. Sometimes, you'll need to reallocate resources as priorities shift. Be ready to move people, funds, or materials to where they're needed most. Flexibility and quick decision-making are key to effective reallocation. This ensures that your resources always support your top goals. How do you know if your allocation strategy is working? Set clear metrics and track progress against your goals. Regular measurement helps you identify what's working and what needs adjustment. Use data to guide your decisions and improve outcomes. Let's look at a real-world example. Imagine a project team that used priority-based allocation to focus on their most important deliverables. By concentrating resources on key tasks, they finished ahead of schedule and under budget. This case shows how smart allocation can drive success. Another example involves a company facing budget cuts. By reassessing their resource allocation and focusing on high-impact projects, they maintained productivity and avoided layoffs. This demonstrates the power of strategic allocation in tough times. Watch out for common pitfalls in resource allocation, such as failing to reassess needs, ignoring feedback, or sticking to outdated plans. Stay proactive and be willing to change course when necessary. Avoiding these mistakes will help you make the most of your resources. There are many tools available to help with resource allocation, from spreadsheets to specialized software. Choose tools that fit your needs and make it easy to track, analyze, and adjust your allocations. The right tools can save time and improve accuracy. Leaders play a crucial role in resource allocation. They set priorities, make tough decisions, and ensure that resources align with organizational goals. Effective leadership inspires confidence and keeps everyone focused on what matters most. Change is inevitable, and your allocation strategy must adapt. Stay alert to shifts in the environment, market, or team dynamics. Regularly review your allocations and be ready to pivot when needed. Adaptability is key to long-term success. Sustainable resource allocation means considering the long-term impact of your decisions. Avoid short-term fixes that could create bigger problems down the road. Plan for the future by investing in resources that will support ongoing growth and stability. Ethics should always guide your resource allocation decisions. Be fair, transparent, and responsible in how you distribute resources. Ethical allocation builds trust and supports a positive organizational culture. Mistakes are inevitable, but they're also valuable learning opportunities. When resource allocation doesn't go as planned, analyze what went wrong and why. Use these lessons to improve your future strategies and avoid repeating errors. When your resource allocation strategy leads to success, take time to celebrate. Recognize the efforts of your team and share the results. Celebrating achievements boosts morale and motivates everyone to keep striving for excellence. To wrap up, effective resource allocation is about making smart, strategic decisions that maximize your impact. By prioritizing, staying flexible, and continuously improving, you can make the most of your resources and achieve your goals. Remember, resource allocation is an ongoing journey. Keep learning, adapting, and striving for excellence.